So coming in from the front, I'm gonna take down the cover that's here. So there it is there. There's a heap load of 30 Torexes. So just kind of undo whatever, wherever they are. There's a couple of 1, 2, 3. There's 2 there, 3 at the back, and then whatever. Just pull that down. Comes down pretty straightforward. And we're coming up here to a 17 sump nut. So I always leave the sump nut in and remove the oil filter first. So this type of oil filter has a little nut in the center. If you want to open that, and it lets the oil drain out of it. I never open them. I just always pull the whole filter down. There is an O-ring in there on this as well. If you do open it, and the torque is like 5 Newton meters to open the small one, and the main torque is 25. You can up to 30 Newton meters. I'm gonna use a special tool. Somebody's already grabbed this one without the special tool, but this one out my kit works. It is a, it's hard to see there, 8616, and that fits on. So I already have a pre-loosened. I'll pop it down. So with the new, you're going to drain all the oil out, and this is the new filter. You're going to put a new rubber O-ring what comes with the oil filter, and put some new oil around it as well. Just make sure it's seated all the way around. You're going to put a little bit of oil. There's a little O-ring in here. Put a little bit of fresh oil in there as well, and on that top O-ring here. So then just going to push it in, and it will snap together. And then we're going to screw. Make sure this area here is nice and clean. There's no debris, so it makes pretty good. Let's see, it's pretty clean there. I'll torque it back up. I'll torque that back in a minute. So that's the 17 nut that you drop out here for the oil. Just to make sure you replace the little aluminium washer. You can't see the oil washer is deformed. So the torque for this is 38 Newton meters. And make sure again this little area here is clean. There's no debris or anything like that. So when you're putting it back in, this has been draining for a while now, so we're going to torque it to 38 Newton meters, and this one 25 to 30 Newton meters for the main cap, and 5 Newton meters for the small one if you do open it. I don't recommend opening them. I've had a problem with 1 or 2 of them before in the past where they've opened and broken, so I just normally leave them. If they're not leaking, I don't touch them at all. So just as you're tightening this up, this one's a little bit loose. It's the only one that I had in the kit to fit it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a rag just over it like that. So when I'm putting it on, it just takes up the slack a little bit. It's just a tiny bit loose. So you can kind of see it there. Then I can get the full torque on it. You can hear it click click. It's only a small bit. I'm sure you can find the exact right one for it. So you want to put about 5 litres of oil in. It's one of these cars without a dipstick, which is bonkers, but you're going to check it on the infotainment system inside, so I'll show you how to do that now in 2 seconds. So with the infotainment system we're going to car status, but if it doesn't show up here on the main screen, you can swipe across and you'll see it here. You can just click on that. Gives you a couple of options here, so we're going down to one of these. So it says oil level. You actually have to start the vehicle. So you can see our oil level is perfect. Our blue is topped up as well. You can also do the tyre pressures and a couple of other warnings if you have service lights on and stuff like that there. I'll give you a couple of warnings here, but we're only focusing on the oil one at the moment. So you can see roughly around 5.2 litres is what's on the spec for it, but I have it just up there. I might top it up a tiny bit more, but that's perfect.